Hello, welcome. So, I'm making a game. Alright. This is gonna be a 3D Terraria, Minecraft, fucking 7 Days to Die sort of game, you know? I'm trying to make this. I'm trying to make this a long-term goal, so it's gonna be happening for a long time. So the game idea is a survival-based crafting game where the player spawns in, uses the resources found to combine to make weapons, accessories, to build homes. There's going to be NPCs too. That's going to be a main component to where NPCs are not just like a living situation, but they actually can help you fight because of the night and survival and whatnot. There's going to be a player based like world joining. So so you have the ability to join other people's worlds and fight them, trade with them, hang out with them, do whatever you want. But that's going to be one of the main concepts of it. So, and players can join your world. So, look forward to that. This is going to be a pretty fun process. I'll see you later. Alright, so we begin with making a pixel guy. I'm trying to go for like a Terraria kind of 3D style, but also 2D at the same time. I ended up building this fucking disaster of I don't even know what it is. And I end up kind of giving up on that, and we start looking for some inspiration because I'm not finding anything. And we end up with this. We just keep going through until eventually I stumble upon some voxel art. I think that's how you call it. But yeah, the teardown sequence it amused me, and I think that it was something that I decided to do. Alright, boys, so, yep, this is me making the head. Yep, now I'm cutting it for some reason, and alright, now we got the fucking character controller. I just downloaded it and then added it. It was pretty easy. If you want to use that, dude, use it. It's very nice. So we got that. Yep, cool. Flying through the world. I added a sword in the game with just a box collider. That's it. It just kind of was parented to it. And there we go. Alright, so we got the sword. Time to actually make it move. So, right, we got it to actually slightly move. And that's it. More coding. Blah, blah, blah. Blah 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 blah. And now it goes back slowly. Cool. Alright, now it works pretty much. Now we just gotta cut the head. And it's getting there. It's getting there. And we finally get it right now. Bam, look at that. Alright, hello. So I'm going to be explaining to you the process of how I animated this character. So I'll just go over here. So I have my character here. It's basically just made up of all these separate game objects combined into one. I had a lot of issues with it, but the basic aspect of it is to hit like to add. I forgot what the command was. Add, and then armature, and then I did basic human. We just scale that up, and we scale it. Okay, so we got that. Rotate it. You can also put the visibility, the viewport visibility in front, so then you can actually see what you're doing. Basically just need to align it just well enough to where everything lines up, but I'm just going to be demonstrating one bone right now. So if I wanted to actually make this a animation, I would need to first of all select the game object and then select the armature, press tab, go to pose mode and then select the bone that you want to do, and then press Command P and bone, and that makes it a parent of it, and it will be able to interact now. And then once you have all of that, the main component is that it can't be the actual like main object it has to have its own separate parent. That's what I figured out, is the animation wasn't working, so I literally just added a separate game object. So I had two objects, and then when I imported it, it worked perfectly fine, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me. Yeah, so you just get that armature, and then you assign each of the bones, and then when you import it, you go over to Unity, and then you're gonna see, okay, as you can see, these are all the fucking tests that I did. I don't even know which one's the correct one at this point. I'm very unorganized, but once you finish the asset, you're gonna need to find it. I think it's this one. That's probably wrong. Yeah, that was wrong, but it just still shows it. Alright, so what you're gonna need to do is change it to generic, or to humanoid, and then do avatar creation from this model. Probably gonna get an error, and then you're gonna need to configure that. This part takes a bitch to do if you don't have all the separate game objects, but once you assign, oh my god, my phone's going on. Okay, so I essentially just went over and just assigned all the bones to the correct places. Once you do that and hit apply, everything should work, and you're able to grab a animation and then just attach it to the object. You see, I made that very simple. I actually probably spent around 2 days trying to figure this out, reassigning each bone, and then importing it, and then assigning all of the bones into the configurable joint part. So that was fucking rough. I just wanted to say that because that really sucked to do. I probably did that like 50 times. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating a lot. I did it fucking a lot. Okay, so after finally adding the animations, I was just testing out physics. I basically just added a character joint to each limb once ever I pressed a button, and it turned out really good. So I felt pretty confident with it. The physics are really good, as you can see. Sometimes, if if it's not trying to go for the animation. But I also had this issue with the death making the arms kind of swing back. And if someone else has this issue, just make sure the twist limit is pretty free. It's pretty unintuitive, so yeah. Alright, we got the cutting. It cuts pretty well now. I just kind of parented the objects to the cut objects, and we got it. Alright, so
The sword actually was kind of a hard one. I actually fucking I coded the whole process, which was really unnecessary. I ended up just animating it, and that literally it looked better, it felt better, and it was just much easier. So, yeah, just try animating. I'll show you how to do that later. Hello, friends. This is this is work. I am tired. This fucking hand. I got to here. I changed up the process quite a bit, but yeah, it's starting to look like a real game, you know? The swordplay actually just feels solid. I don't know why. It's just super good. But yeah.
Hello, welcome. So, I've got the combat down for this. Just wanted to show it off. Yeah, the sword slows down pretty nicely, so it gives a nice effect. There we go. Hello, I'm here again. If you wanted to know how I did that, so it was just an animation, and on the collision, I just stopped the animation and then played it. Once it reached a certain time limit. Okay. Alright, so we've reached the end. I basically finished up. I just put in some more of the zombies. I added a blood effect that just spews out some blood whenever you cut the limbs off. I placed them so that they play the animation at different times. And then I added I disabled the kinematic on the rigid bodies for the arms on multiple of the zombies so that they have like a so yeah. Tell me what you guys think.